What's up, YouTube? So this is gonna be a quick topic, a quick video. I'm gonna talk about not the main reasons, but one of the reasons why we have so many dysfunctional adults. So much like adults, just human beings in general who are at a certain age and are so unaware, who are so fucking stupid, who have no integrity, who have no morals or they don't fucking like they're just what's the word? I guess evil is the word, but it's not even that because evil, in my opinion, is kind of it's like a powerful word in a good way, not a bad way. So I would say more like just dumbass people who kind of fuck up their own lives, but they also fuck up other people's lives, whoever they interact with, also, and who aren't going anywhere in life, but they're pretty much here just to cause chaos in other people's lives, and that's their main mission in life, pretty much. So technically, they have no purpose. So one of and I'm not talking about because obviously we're all human. We all have dysfunctional traits. So we all have trauma. I'm not talking about people who are currently trying to heal their traumas or people who are constantly trying to better themselves and who are trying to become more self-aware of how their traumas affect them. Just they're just trying to evolve and improve themselves. So there's nothing wrong with that because no one's perfect, right? I'm not talking about those types of people because I'm like those people too, where I have trauma, I have pain I need to work on, I have stuff I need to work on, but I try to handle my business, and other people they try to handle their business as well. It's not easy, but they try to handle their business. I'm also talking about people who are aware they have trauma, who are aware like they have so much bullshit and dysfunctional and just baggage around them, or are very emotionally immature, but they decide to not do the healing work, and they decide to like not give a fuck or to not give a shit on trying to heal. Instead, they're okay with like staying stuck in life. They're okay with like causing chaos in people's lives. They're okay with like fucking just doing some bullshit to their friends or families or the people they interact with, right? They're causing their lives more chaos. I'm talking about those people who aren't aware, or even they are aware, who refuse to do, who are too lazy and too pussified to do the healing work. These people are pieces of shit, man. So what I realized as I'm getting older, you're going to come across a lot of people who really aren't shit. People who like who like to cause chaos in other people's lives, people who aren't going nowhere. There's a lot of people, I'm not saying everyone, but most people in life, they're not going nowhere in life. They're going nowhere. I don't care what your circumstances. As long as you have a vision, as long as you know what you want out of life, you take it to action, you're good. I'm talking about people who refuse to do the healing work and who just continues to cause chaos in people's lives, and they decide to cause chaos in people's lives because you can be lazy and not do the healing work, which is fine, but I feel like people also have their free will to choose whether they want to cause chaos in people's lives for like unprovoked or for no reason. That's a huge problem, man. I hate people like that, and like most people are like that. You know what I'm saying? Be careful when you're trying to befriend people like that, cause like don't be surprised if they do some bullshit towards you, if they do some snake shit towards you. You know what I'm saying? And I understand we all make mistakes. We all make, we're all ignorant, and we all make decisions out of fear and like out of like, out of like, again, ignorance, fear, like unexperienced. But like I'm just saying, like people who continuously do this shit on purpose, get away from these people, cause they got no purpose in life, and like don't even trip about it, because karma's gonna get them. Karma's gonna get those fucking people. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be real careful out there. I wouldn't say don't trust anyone, but like just be wary of people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying be paranoid either, but you just never know what people are capable of doing. This guy named Enofe, shout out to him. Oh, I mean Chauncey one on his YouTube channel. He mentioned that like you can't really trust human beings sometimes because like we all have emotions. We're all like animals. It's hard for human beings to kind of control themselves because they're kind of like animals pretty much. They kind of are. Like if the human being is unhealed and they don't know how to tame themselves, they're pretty much animals. So don't be surprised if they do some snake shit behind you. So you gotta be careful with people, man. That's why you gotta do the healing work, man. But I don't know. This is annoying. Like the older I'm getting, like pretty much all my life, I've always been exposed to like just fucking just rude, fucking dysfunctional, fucking like inconsiderate, like just nasty fucking people, man. People who are like fucking they don't have a problem with like being selfish or like taking from you or just taking shit from you or just like stealing shit from you or like that too, but like people who are so like just they're ignorant, not ignorant, they're hypocrites. They like to project their insecurities and their bullshit onto you. Very dysfunctional people, very traumatized, unhealed people. I'm not sure if I'm attracting those people. Well, yeah, it makes sense that I probably am attracting these people because, like, in this lifetime, like, either God or the universe or my spirit, it puts me through situations where, like, I'm forced to heal myself. So, just it's part of my life path. I'm guessing so like so I can heal myself and I can help other people out. That's part of my life path, I believe. So it makes sense that I'm constantly in a situation or position where like I'm constantly traumatized. I'm constantly put in painful situations so I can heal, learn, and grow from these situations. And there's levels to this shit. That I feel like every human being experiences. This is why we have Mercury retrogrades. This is why we always go through some. This is why the human body is so taxing because you constantly got to heal and purge, and do all this crazy shit. And don't forget we live in the Matrix too. So like all the food is poisonous. All the fucking tap water, all the fluoride toothpaste. Supposedly chemtrails. I don't know much about chemtrails, but supposedly that's bad. Just even in our buildings, everything's pretty much toxic, you know. But it's just so we're having the Matrix attacking us, and we have dumbass people, dumbass spirits, and just all this shit like spiritual warfare and just all this bullshit, man. But it is what it is, man. This is part of this human experience. But at least, even though I hate it so much, I hate people like that, and there are a lot of people that are like that. A lot of people. I like to use this word from like one of my tarot reader. She likes to call them spiritually sick, and that's the right word in my opinion. There's a lot of people who are spiritually sick, and I wouldn't be surprised they have like demonic entities or just lower vibrational entities attached to their energetic to their aura field, and like they're manipulating their minds to cause bullshit onto people's lives, man. Like they could be manipulated by a dumbass spirit, man. And a lot of people are like that, and I see a pattern between people like that. Usually people who are so dysfunctional, they don't take care of their bodies. That's one of them like obvious things, and they don't take care of their bodies. And every human being, obviously, every human body has different needs. So what may look healthy for you may not be healthy for me, or vice versa. But I can just tell like they're so reckless with their health, like they don't want to take care of themselves, and they like to project their insecurities and their traumas and like always sense of negative energy or like a bad vibe from these people. And then usually 9 times out of 10 I'll be right. Like they'll do some shit and like my intuition was telling me or was trying to warn me about these people, man. So it's just a heads up, man. I mean, I feel like it's a viable life skill, but yet schools don't teach those. And don't get me started with parents. I'm about to talk about parents later, but these school systems, they don't talk about how evil, how corrupt, how two-faced, how fucking snakes people could be. Because people are very like narcissistic, and I don't mean that as a compliment. I mean that as a fucking insult. Like they're narcissistic. They're fucking like they're going nowhere. They're losers pretty much. So you gotta watch out for people like that. You just never know what people are capable of doing. I'm not saying be paranoid of people. There are good people out there, but for the most part, most people, they're not shit. Like they like to cause harm in people's lives. They don't have a purpose. They have a lot of unhealed trauma, and they like to project that shit. So you gotta watch out for people, man. Like the year 2023, like I always knew people were dumb as fuck. I always knew people because me, like I came from a dysfunctional family, so like I knew from the jump how dumb people could be. Like I was raised by people like that. I was raised by like dumbass family members. I've been around coworkers who are like this in the past and shit like that. So I always had awareness of how dumb people are. This is why I tend to keep it to myself. But more so like the year 2023, it really exposed me to how fucking selfish people could really be and how just evil people could be, how sick they could be, you know. That's what I'm looking for, how sick they could be, you know. So again, I'm not trying to draw fear, but just be careful, like be wary of people. Like if your intuition is telling you there's something off about this person, then make sure you listen to your intuition. You know, try to heal yourself, because like I think Faye and other YouTubers talk about this as well. Like since the energies, just obviously time is speeding up, but like the energies is getting more intense as the years go by, because we got all these full moon eclipses and all these full moon energies. Yeah, Faye. I mean, Chauncey one, he mentioned that check out Faye. I always mention his name, but like he changed his name to Chauncey one. Make ChoncyWon. Check out his channel. He talks about shit like that, he talks about like time speeding up, the fucking spiritual energies and shit, and how like people they're unhealed, and he also talks about how to heal yourself. So make sure you focus on healing yourself. He talks about yoga and like fasting. He talks about meditations and shit like that. You just gotta get your body right, man. You know what I'm saying? Just try to heal. I'm not saying be perfect, because healing is not easy, but it's part of this bullshit human experience where like life will put us through bullshit, and now we gotta heal it, and then it takes time to heal it, and just all this dumb shit. But it's part of this human experience. It's just like I said, the human experience is very it's very dramatic in my opinion. So it is what it is. But be careful, people, man. Like it's like shout out to Chauncey One or Enofe. He mentioned that like human beings, they have a nervous system, they have an emotional body. So like don't be surprised if they switch up on you, or like their animal instincts comes in and like they do some bullshit towards you. Just be careful, man. And it just seems like as the years go by, more and more people are becoming more dumb. I saw on Twitter where like the title was like, "This is what happens when your friend sleeps around you." And this guy, he had a lighter, and he lit up both of his friends' shoes on fire, and his friend was asleep too. So imagine taking a nap at your friend's house, right? And then your fucking friend, he had a lighter, and he lit up both of your shoes, and now your shoes are on fire, and you fucking wake up all confused, and like both of your shoes are on fire. And his friend, he did that shit for the internet, for social media, for fucking likes. And that's what I'm talking about. Like a lot of people are becoming more fucking stupid because they're insecure and they have a lot of trauma, and they're trying to find their worth through social media and some bullshit like that. You know what I'm saying? This is stupid, man. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people are like this too, but they're not causing harm. It's okay to feel insecure. It's okay to have trauma. You know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with this shit too, but it's just like I don't know. People are just weird, man. But not everyone. There are good people out there. There are like-minded people. There are people who have common sense. Thank God. But just be careful of people. And like I said, these school systems, they're not gonna teach kids how to like how to be a decent human being, how to have morals and integrity. Like they don't teach people how this real world works. They don't teach people about corruption. They don't teach people how to like respect other people and shit. And even if they do teach, because I know school teaches some of that, but like they don't give full details on why you need to do that, like the full purpose of it. You know what I'm saying? Schools don't teach kids how to like watch out for like negative fucking people. You know, but it is what it is, man. I'm so fed up with people, man. But and this is not bothering me because I have an awareness. I study a lot of spirituality, so like I know how people are, and I know how to overcome this shit. And I'm not saying it's easy, but it's just hard. But like, there are good people. I'm not trying to sound like a downer. There are good people out there, you know. It's just if you're watching this, you're constantly surrounded by like just narcissistic, selfish, inconsiderate people. Just you keep your head up. Just know that you're not alone, and that like, you know, more than likely you're meant to learn from these people, to do the opposite of what these people are doing, and to not become like them. You know what I'm saying? Do your proper healing work, and try to stay away from distractions. People could be huge distractions. Stay away from them. You know, people are fucking dumb, man. And also blame the parents too. I'm not blaming mostly the parents' fault, because sometimes parents, they do the best they can, but their offspring or their kids, they just decide to be jackasses to the fucking world. Like parents could do such a great job. They do everything they can, but yet their offspring is still a fucking loser. Like they're still a fucking jackass to society and to other people. You know, they're still gonna act out and shit. You know, at this point, there's nothing parents could do. You know, so I'm not talking about parents who are doing their job. I'm talking about parents who don't give a fuck, who don't care how their offspring or how their children are gonna, like, they don't care about their needs, yet parents are focused on them. I'm talking about narcissistic parents. And this is what happens when like narcissistic parents who are selfish or inconsiderate, who have kids for no fucking reason, they bring kids to this world, and now these kids have no emotional intelligence, and now they're gonna fuck shit up for other people in this world. This is how this world is. It all revolves around dumbass people, man. But and of course it's Matrix, but it's just fucking corrupt society. But it is what it is, man. There are good people out there, thankfully. But more of this video is I'm trying to raise my anger, but like just be mindful of people. You know what I'm saying? But also use that as motivation, use that as inspiration to not be the types of people that are out there in the world. Don't be like most people where like they're just dysfunctional, disrespectful, who do dumb shit. Instead, be the opposite if you can. Live life to your fullest, do the best you can, treat people with respect, treat people how you would be treated. Obviously set boundaries with people. Do the best you can, live life to your fullest, accomplish your dreams, and do what you love, and you'll be fine. And karma's a real thing too, so watch out for that, you know. And again, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm an angel. I've done some dirt. I've done some bad things, but the most important thing is to like acknowledge your shadow side, acknowledge the things that you messed up on. But as long as you're aware, as long as you're trying to work through these things, and there's nothing wrong with that, because we're all human, and this shit happens, and just life happens, you know. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know. Anything is a good thing because you're just learning from your mistakes and shit. But again, this video is about people who just refuse to like act right, you know. But that's all I gotta say. Have a good one. Peace.